what is something that you're very good at? Like as far as like, are you good at cooking or mechanic work or anything like that?
I think I'm pretty good at communications. You know, communication.
Communication. That's a hard one then. Dang it. Okay. Are you good with anything on your hands though? You know how to put something together?
I mean, I'm average. I'm no like,
What is
I've
something
gotten
that you put
some
together
intel.
that you know how to put together again?
Nothing super complicated. I'm pretty. Again, that's why I kind of rely on communication because I know that I'm not,
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm the
looking to
same
do
way.
anything too complicated. I guess.
Yeah, I'm the same way. You know, that's why if you asked me that question, I probably wouldn't be able to answer either. But I can say I'm a hip hop dancer, but that doesn't. It's like I try to think about things like mechanical work. Like someone that's mechanic, for example, if they know how to fix things from scratch, they're not going to argue with someone in general if they know how to fix something. You know, and a lot of them make it seem like they know how to fix something in this world, um, by saying that they keep the commandments and stuff like that. But the thing is, they can't fully keep the commandments as I continue to tell them because they have to know who the nations are. Because the biggest thing that they kept on doing in the scriptures is that they had sex with the other nations. And they think nations are people as like with different colors. That's what they think. That's what the Bible's talking about. So when they mix that up with the nations in the Bible or what the Bible's talking about, and they try to make it into the nations that they think about, they're twisting the scriptures because now they're adding man philosophy to the scriptures, so they will never be able to truly understand, and they'll continue to add murderers and adulterers inside of their communities because they start thinking that those people are their people, and that's why they can never be free because they don't understand that it has nothing to do with the nations of how you look on the outside. That's what they think. They're like, oh, they gotta look like me. They gotta. We're friends. No, they're gonna. All these people are gonna find out. Like, but it's in due time, though, for real. But other than that, though,
Yeah, the temple is basically your brain, and so too many people take it so literally. It's like, okay, well, God is looking for you to build a temple in your brain, so God can reside there, and you can reside with God. I mean, so it's like, I don't know. I think
that's
people take things too literally, and they don't understand that it's like a self-development exercise, and but they're doing it politically and socially, which is fine, but nonetheless, it's like there's too much information to contend with. So coming on here and doing this quick, short form communication, like most people are just like um, petting the dog as opposed to like you know taking the dog for a jog, which is like running your brain. So that's the thing. It's like I pick up a book every day and I read for like maybe an hour and I create content. I create 60-second shorts of the book. And as I'm reading books, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Like, I don't even know this stuff. And every time I read it, I'm just like, wow, it's so profound. I'm such a simpleton. I forget everything. And it's like if I don't do this every day, then I'm damned. I know that I have to essentially like every day relight the fire in the temple, and that's the way I look at
that's
it.
it. Repetition. Repetition leads to revelation. You know, and that's the whole thing about it. Is like my secret. The reason why I'm at the point where I'm at now, comedians do like to Uber and Lyft. So when you go on Uber and Lyft, you know how many people I talk to a day. So if I was like, so you have no choice but to talk to people over and over and give information. So like I said, we don't learn our ABCs the first time we start singing it. You know, but the more that we start singing it, the more that it starts like to the point where we can start playing around with it. But it's like about going out and continuously looking for people to repeat it to, like people that will accept the information Like sometimes on Uber, it's like I might get a quiet ride. Sometimes I might get somebody that's like listening to music, and it's like sometimes I'm just giving information. So knowing that we can do all those things is a beautiful thing in general. Kareem, what's going on, Brody? How you feeling? Hope all is well. But as far as like knowing that we can just repeat it over and over and over again, that's what people have to try to do. When they get some game, they have to repeat it over and over and over again. Because if we don't repeat it, it's going to float away like a cloud in our mind. And then that's what someone else is going to see. It's like, oh, I remember that. Oh, man, they reminded me. But it's like, that's why we have to look for a way to repeat it. And it's like, I tell people the reason why we have to repeat, one reason is because someone new might come in the room. So you want to look for the one that's new, they come in the room so they can hear it because they never heard it before. So they can hear it from you at least. And the second reason you want to repeat it because somebody may have forgot. So they have to hear it again. And the third reason that we have to repeat is because someone just needs to be reminded. And the one that usually needs to be reminded is ourselves. Because the more that we're speaking out loud, the more that we are reminding ourselves of what we're standing on. So now no one can ever twist our words ever again and say, hey, you said this. Like, no. I know what I said because I say it every day. I say it all the time. So now they will never be able to twist your words. That's what the children in the world try to do all the time, for real. But what's going on with you, Kareem? How's everything on your end, brother?
How you doing, brother? Not much, dealing with a bunch of crazy stuff and dealing with my own personal crazy stuff. It's just been crazy. The overcome is I'm working on mine, like I'm working on it. I know what I need to do. I know what it is myself. You know what I'm saying? It's what I believe it is, and so I'm working on it. My brother, the one we spoke to before,
Which one?
Zerkash.
Zerkash.
I don't know if I brought something. I don't know, but he having some difficulties with his woman. He was. I don't know if he's doing it anymore. He was reading the Bible and he was talking about this good route. He was talking all the good stuff. So I was like, yes, thank you. Yes, you're doing some good. Then everything went redundant. He just gave it all up and started going back into toxic shit and doing the same bullshit again and again and again, and not learning from it. And him and this girl that you've been dealing with has been toxic since the beginning. They've been moving too quick and leveling up, skipping steps and all kind of shit. And then now they get to a point. It's like I didn't ever been a prophet for them. I've been telling them since the beginning, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, don't do this, it's gonna happen. And they have to just, some people just got, no matter what you teach them or show them the truth, right? Even though you lived through it, you got the experience. Some people just gotta experience it for themselves, and that's sadly them overhear everything. They got to the point where this week he broke up with her on his birthday. Then after breaking up with her, he met up with her because she wanted her chain back that she gave him, and she swung on him. She spit on him, broke in his house, stole his wallet, stole his shoes, stole everything she gave him. Then he stole her stuff, and then they had exchange. The girl that he's with broke her phones, and then somebody damaged his friend car that he was driving in, keyed his car, flattened all his tires, his dad car that just passed away. And it was just a whole bunch of stuff, man. Not just...
That's the hardest thing right there, bro. It's just the fact that, the friend is like, bro, oh my God. Because it's like he's in acquaintance with the person. Like, with your brother. That's the crazy way. He's kind of like, yo. And it's the fact that that's why it's so important. And it's like we just have to accept it. But the thing is to accept, like, cause it's the hardest thing when we realize that it's our family not listening, but it's the fact that they have to feel it. Like, we got to see family get shot just like we have to see everyone else get shot. Because really everyone in this world is family. But we just, like, people don't know that anymore because they look at their family as the ones that they grew up with. But lots of times we end up having to leave those people just because their mindset is caught up in the world all the time. So it's like trying to go back and help them, we get our arms cut off with them a lot. So it's not.
And that's what my wife told me. She told me I need to be attached from the whole situation because she was like, emotionally, you're gonna get affected. And I was like, oh, Mom, it's your guidance, but trust me, you're gonna end up putting yourself in, and you're gonna end up feeling whiplash of what's going on with them. Because it's almost like a child. Like when you know you already lived a life of this and you know it's gonna lead to, and you want to stop them from having to hurt themselves. But it hurts only because I know that you could do better, and it's the wrong route. And I know it, and the fact that you're not listening, it affects me because I want you to do better, and I know you can, and I'm trying to teach you what you're doing is wrong, and you persistent on going down this route, and so it's like I have to let you walk into that fire.
Exactly, and it hurts a lot. Just to like, it's like when you see them get hit by that, like say if you tell someone, hey, look both ways, you cross the street, and they're like, no, I ain't about to do all that. It's like, no, I'm not trying to look both ways, and they get hit by a car. Versus like, no, why would you do it?
Yeah, and sometimes I've been learning, like even with my parents, I've been learning to I gotta let them do it. Like even if I know it's gonna kill them, I have to let them do it.
Yep, exactly. And that's the whole thing. The second time it happens, you like, you tell the second person like, no, don't do it. And they do it again. You still feel it, but the third time, like, do you?
And it's the crazy part is that he always says this. He's like, man, you was right, man. You was always right, man. I can't believe you told me the truth the whole time, man. Blah blah. He'll admit all this and acknowledge it, and turn around and then next time something happens, I'm telling him something, he still indulge in what I told him not to do. And then once the time comes, it's not even that I hit him with the "I told you so," but he tell himself, "Yeah, you told me so." And I'm like, bro, if you acknowledge this, why are you so persistent to keep doing the same things and fall into the same cycle again and again? But yet, when it comes to the moment of me talking to him, he talk very highly, like, yeah, I'm gonna learn from this, bro. I ain't gonna let it break me. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And he'll do good for a little while, and then a couple days later, he right back to it. I'm like, bro,
That lust of the flesh. I tell them, I say, if you're not willing to let go of your fleshly desires, you lose out on everything you can truly acquire. And what they can truly acquire is the peace of mind. Because now they know they have control over their flesh. So they're not letting the things that look good to them say, hey, come over here, look at me, look at me. They're not letting that thing take control of them. Like, these are the things that I had to deal with, like, just doing Uber and everything. There was, like, many women that got in my car. It was like, hey, you trying to come upstairs with me? Like, we can come upstairs. Like, it was like, come through after you're done off work. All of this type of stuff. All the time. And I'm like, hey, no, I'm good. I'll be working. I'll be working. And they will continue to, like, it happens all often, but it's just to know that you are able to control yourself, know that you have control over everybody at that point. I know I hurt many women feelings that just because I didn't come over. It was like one was like, hey, I just wanna do something with you, and then we can just straight business after that. I was like, nah. I said, you're hilarious for that though. I know that hurt her feelings when I said that, but the fact that no one is in control of me, for real. Like, but do I still feel sad for people all the time? Like, yeah, because I'm like, I can get out of this. Like, they don't have to deal with this. Like, only thing that's what the thing. Like, for example, your brother, if he just follows you, and he looks at you and it's like, yo, I'm not gonna look at nobody but Kareem. I'm looking at Kareem. Hey, Kareem, what you up to right now? What you up to? I'm just trying to like make sure I'm looking at you and the way that you're following, just so I don't go to this club right now and do this instead. So it's just like just looking at the person, listening to the voice that they feel know, like the voice that they know loves them. That voice that they like, okay, like know if a voice loves you, they're not gonna lead you to nothing that will hurt you because they want to see you with them in it. That's the whole thing about it. But people are going to make their choices no matter what. That's why I know my family, my true family, are the ones that listen. Like we all have the same mind. We all hear each other. That's the family. That's the only family in this world. Everyone else is not the family. They are lost. They are lost people that I hope to change their ways. I'm just like, yo, change your ways from your flesh and leave out this fleshly mindset because it's not going to get you anywhere. But it's up to them. Only thing you can do is give the word and then just pray that they hear you. And they come to you like, hey, I heard you, bro. I'm trying to go with you on this path that we're walking on. Let's get away from this world together. That's all. That's all I see. Like, that's what I see when I first got on this app. I said, this is a beautiful platform for all my brothers and sisters to come back together. Like, because not even brothers, it's just for the body of truth to come back together. Where no arguments or nothing like that. I don't got time to argue. Even though I will.
I ain't gonna lie to you. There's so many things that you can wrong. Like you said, you just asked me for the front door. I was on the phone with the neighbor. prison and stuff. And by all means, he definitely is wrong. He's primarily wrong as far as what's going on. But they both have their wrongs. I both acknowledge that. Like, it's not that it's your fault or her fault. It's a mixture of both y'all faults. But you are the initiator of most things. So yes, you can say you're the one that's wrong because you are the man. Not threatening, but you make it seem comforting that you can tell me the truth. And I'm like, yes, but now I need you to learn from it. Because when I tell him about my life, everything he knows about me and my relationship and everything I've been through and done, because I've done many things like cheated.
Don't fuck with my girl. Why you fuck with my girl? You're just chilling. What the fuck you doing? It don't matter. I'm already gonna fuck his dad. Doesn't matter with my girl.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he didn't go do that.
My dad's a married man.
I'm fucking his dad. I don't care. I'm fucking his dad.
Jeez Louise.
Honestly.
I'm gonna tell my dad. I'm gonna tell my dad. I'm gonna tell my dad. I'm gonna tell my dad what you're saying.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm still that bitch. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Free the hostages, 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 free the hostages. Free the hostages, 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 free the hostages.
To awaken a child's intellect, especially its capacity for wisdom, and thereby open it to higher worlds, whence knowing reveal first the interconnectedness of all things in God, all without smoothing higher intelligences, but in the non-duality of God as all things, all without a Katman and God intelligences. With the awakening, Yeshua, the sense of separate self ends completely, hence no one can see me live. But this isn't the end of the matter for the in-betweener. It isn't about annihilating the self forever, but about bringing about the birth of the self in a more integrated whole, so the in-betweener returns to the dark and once again strives to kindle more light, illuminating the world messianic. In God, the sages taught that the world was created as a lone dwelling place for God. Do not imagine that as a literal hub.
gotta go through a lot more experiences of heartbreaks and all kind of stuff and downs and ups and all. It doesn't. You only looking at the good side of what you like about what I have in my life, but you don't know about the bad that had to come with it, the things I had to do, the things I had to go through, the things I suffer from, still things I'm working on. Just because it looks good doesn't mean it is good. It's a lot of stuff that went under this foundation before it was built, and that stuff wasn't always pretty. Being a man and having love and all that is not all about the glitz and glamour. It's not always about the lovey-dovey feelings and this and that. It's not always about that. It's about the ugly times. It's about them hard conversations. It's about them hard decisions. It's about all the hard things, not the easy things. And he's just like suffering to grasp that. Like he's the type where he literally come to me, break down, he'd even cry and everything, he'd break down and talk to me. Now what makes sense, he's on the right path, I'm like, yo, this is how it's coaching him, I'm like, bro, this and that. All you gotta do is focus, man. You gotta do it. If this is what calls out to you, I need you to focus on what is for you. And stop trying to focus on things that you want to be for you. And like I'll be coaching him, and then he'll agree in a moment, yeah, bro, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and it'll sound so good, but then he fall back in his tracks, and I'm like, bro, what is it, man? Then he got to the point where he'd tell me, oh, I'm not gonna do this or that, or I'm gonna do this, and then he'd do it, and I'm like, bro, why are you doing this? I thought you said you wouldn't do it. And then he's like, well, yeah, and he'd try to justify it, then I'm like, no, bro, it's no justification, no. And he like, you're right, bro, my bad, I'm sorry. But I'm like, you ain't gotta apologize to me, it's your life. I mean, you still gotta do what you gotta do, but it just don't lie. Don't sit here and pretend that you want better. If you're in that season in your life where you still want to be a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, version of us where we was doing this kind of stuff together, we was out just doing whatever, then say that. Be honest to who you are and what you're doing right now. Because when you lie to yourself to convince yourself that you're on the right route and it's other people that's causing the problem, that's what you're gonna see. Those things you say in your life is what you speak into existence. A lot of people think that means, oh, if I say this and that, it's gonna happen. No, it's not like that necessarily. It's when you speak those kind of things out, you bring delusion into your own head. You believe what you're telling yourself, and you believe it's other people's problem, and it's their fault, and you're right. But no, look at what you're doing. Like I was just on the phone right before I joined here, and he asked me, who do you think is wrong? Is it me or her? I'm like, it's both of you, but let me tell you this, because he's like, man, no, because it's her, man. She been coming after me. She still hitting me up. Like, she's not trying to let go. I've been trying to explain to her. I'm just trying to move on and everything. I was like, but bro, that's not what you're doing. He's like, it is. Like, you can read the messages. I was like, it don't matter what you typed. It's about your actions. Your actions don't follow what you said. Because you've been posting videos and posting pictures of females and posting all kinds of stuff, knowing that she's going to look at it so you can get under her skin. And you know that she's going to feed into this. And you know she's gonna chase you more because of it. So you're not truly trying to move on. Then he got quiet and he starts smiling. He's like, well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can't even say nothing. Yeah, you're right. So that's what I mean. You're deluding yourself by believing these delusions of believing that it's them and not you. But you're not seeing your actions and your words. They don't match up. Yes, you speak with a nice heart, but your actions are just dark.
That's the whole thing right there. Just like when people just be talking, and just like but people really for people don't know why the way that I am now. They don't know what I've been through. They don't know what I've been through. Like I've been through getting cheated on by the same person over and over again to try to learn to forgive her over and over, and it's like to the point where I gave up on being over her, but still to the point where I accepted her still, and then it's to the point where she would come through sometimes and not basically need a place to stay, but then she'll go out and still go with someone else. I had to go through things like that to understand love, to understand all this type of stuff, to let go of what I thought belonged to me. Nothing in this world belongs to me. And that's when it was showing me this. And nothing belongs to you. Do not try to covet anything. Cause then it's from there, I realized what I was doing wrong. And then I didn't realize that her situation, she wasn't able to live because her parents tried to covet her. So when it came down to her living, she wanted to do anything she wanted to do. But to the point where all this type of stuff, when I had to be broken apart through love, that's when I understood what love was at the same time. And then that's when I was in my fullness of love, and me and this girl, that the one that did what she did to me, me and her are locked in, but like to the point where she tells me everything, and it's only because I never judged her for what she did. The only thing I did was try to give her rights to judge, like, hey, you don't want to deal with that person. So it was like that. What that song Michael Jackson said? I've been away from you too long. Did I leave your mind when I was? Oh, it was just like I was something like that. It was a song where I basically was giving her away to the world, even though I didn't want to give her away, but I had to, and I had to accept. I had to accept that she wasn't mine. So that's why I tell people, I say, when you expect, you'll be disappointed, but when you accept, you'll be more anointed. But a lot of people don't want to accept defeat. They don't want to accept defeat and say, I lost. Like, you got it. The word you win. So now it's the point where, for me having to accept all of that type of stuff, no one knows how like hurt I was within that moment when I was basically taking her in, and then I was just like letting her have a place to lay at and things like that, and to know that she will go out and do things like that would just like be like crazy, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. They let her friends tell me what she did and all that. I was like, it's wild, you know, and I had to suffer through all of that type of stuff. Like, and that right there is what caused me to be who I am, to the point where I can accept anything. Like, that's why it's like, but people don't understand, like, people see me on this app, they don't know nothing about me at all. So that's why they're like, oh, you think you all this, you think all that. Like, but this has always been me. I never judge nobody or anything like that. I just, if it's anything in my heart, I just give it away. You know, so when it comes down to knowing what love is now, I'm just like, people don't understand why I came on this app talking about love in general, because it was just like, it's like, when you talk about this love stuff, this lovey-dovey stuff, I love my wife. So I'm like, man, because y'all don't know what love is. Like, they think it's this lovey-dovey thing, but they will never truly know what it is until they let go of this fairy tale world. You know, and this world where they put us outside of ourselves first. They put us outside of ourselves to fall in love with the things outside of us before we fall in love with ourselves. You know, and that's why we are able to grow in it because of those reasons. And that's why these things, like, we start falling in love when we identify with our eyes, the things we identify with our eyes and things. So it messed us up from the very beginning. That's why people are so blinded to this day. So I'm just like, no, hey, it's time to wake up, y'all. It's time to wake up. But they already are they're still sleeping. These people are still sleeping. So it's just like, to know that I have my mind back, and now knowing that nothing can take away my mind, these desires, these fears, these doubts can never take away my mind, and no more. It's just to the point where I'm only continuing to grow every day. It's continuously growing in love. So I can tell you my struggle now that I have it is like, it's hard for me to stay out those rooms that people that are continuing to lie about love and saying that they love people and things like that. I don't. That's why you always see me in those Hebrew Israelite rooms and stuff like that, because I don't like them. I don't like the way that they speak. I don't like the way that how they continue to say that they are the children of the truth when they can't tell the truth because they never met the truth at all. So that's why they're still hurt, and they're hurting people in general. So it's just like, but they think they're doing the right thing. So that's why I'm always in this thing. But I would stay on those way longer than I'm supposed to. That's my problem. Is because only thing I'm supposed to be doing now is looking for my brothers and my sisters, the ones that hear me. Like, that's the only thing I'm supposed to be doing. The ones that hear my voice, those are the ones, we're gonna be the ones that's taking over this whole world, bro. Because this world belongs to us. Like, the ones that are leaders, those are the ones that are not letting the world take them over. Like, but those are the examples for the world of who people are supposed to look at, for real. The examples that people are supposed to follow, like, not based off of our identities. All of us in this world, we all have our own identities. You know, like, I don't expect no one to like what I like, or me to like what they like. You know, but to know what is right, that's what we're supposed to all know. Like, to walk in that understanding, not how people are explaining it on this app that's causing people to. That's why any room that I go in, like, I'm never gonna be like a mod in none of those rooms because they don't understand me, but I understand them. But I can just listen to them. But they know when I speak, I'm not speaking on no one's side. I'm not speaking on the things that they're saying or anything like that. I just say what I say, and it's gonna rub them the wrong way, or they're gonna hear you like, oh yeah, you're right. You know, they're like, well, or they just gonna try to fight against what I'm saying for real, and that's just all it is to it. And it's just like now is when it comes down to being in rooms like within this nature, or just like the other startup rooms where it's a bunch of brothers and sisters. It's like those rooms I can appreciate because those are the rooms where I get my energy back. But I know I gotta get my energy away when I'm going into those other rooms for real, because they continue to talk, and I don't like. I'm just like, stop talking, just stop talking, stop talking. It bothers me that they're talking, and it's just like they don't know what they're talking about. It bothers me so much. It's just like it gets me angry when people talk and they don't know what they're talking about. It's like if someone is trying to speak about your life, Kareem, and they just don't know nothing about you, and they're just continuing to speak. Like they're like, oh yeah, I know Kareem, and like I can tell like Kareem is this. No, you don't know him. Let him speak for himself. That's what gets me. Like when it comes down to now they have this book, the Bible, that's just destroying them because they wanna just talk on this book, and it doesn't belong to them. That's why going on this app, I appreciate that they show me it. So it's like, because I'm just like, yeah, I don't even know. I'm like, they don't know how to read this thing. I'm like, this thing's it's a beautiful book. It's beautiful. It's just like, it's the fact that they don't understand it. So they're walking against each other, and that's why they're all against each other. And they're gonna be against each other, and they're gonna turn their children against each other just because none of them understand what they are reading. It destroy them because the people that are reading the Bible to this day, they don't know they are the fallen people because they don't know who they are. So they think it's a lower state of life that they're in that they could go in, but they don't know that they are born in that lower state because they're being born under ignorant people. So they're born under ignorance, and those people that are teaching them are bringing them back to ignorance. So now they're being taught back into a religious mindset, and now the children, they teach the children to keep going, and then they're just going through hell all the time. They're never in peace because they never knew who they were. And I knew that because my parents was at that point. Now my parents hear me, and they both love me in general. Like it's the fact that, but they could not get along with each other. My mother was a Christian, my father was a Muslim. But my father loves my mother. My mother, stepped away from my father, and it was just because there was a lot of problems within their relationships and everything. But is the fact that the whole thing about learning, but that's stingy. I'm like, it belongs to everybody. Because when we all have our minds, we're still together. We're brothers at that point. It's like different souls, different bodies, but the same mind. We have the same mind, this understanding down. We're all walking together. And we're not here to betray each other because everything belongs to us. So we're here to share. But those other people, they're not willing to share anything. They're stingy people. They're subjective people, and they'll find out based off of their actions why they will never be able to get to the other side of things because they're not willing to change their ways, kill their egos. So it's not about my will anymore because I do have my own will. But when I'll be able to do my will when I see all my brothers and everybody together, because I'm not trying to deceive nobody in this world. I can deceive people. Like I can use the power that I have to deceive people and just say things like just try to do things in a slick way for real and work with the system. I could work with the system if I wanted to, but I refuse to work with the system. I'd rather do everything the right way and let everyone be able to be free for real. Like I'd rather take people away from the system for real, just so they can be able to live as they was children. Like be able to be open minded and be able to do exactly what they appreciate and just be able to be taught about it as as it was supposed to be from the very beginning. But we're born under so much scared people and doubtful people and desirable people, egotistical people. So is this the time to step away from all of these people, just so we can all come back together and be in one mind, be in a peace of mind like this, for real. So that's all it is to me, to be honest.
That's the fact, because my brother, he fears being alone. He always tell me that. I don't want to be alone, that's why, this and that. I'm like, yeah, but if you got a room full of people, that don't mean you're not alone. That means you should have company. You're alone because the mind that you have and the heart posture you have cannot be shared with everyone around you. So you're always alone. No matter how many people fill the room up, you're alone as far as who you are and where you're heading. You're the only person on your path. Because you don't even know where you're walking. You're walking it straight. And not everyone wants to walk in the straight. Some people have agendas, some people have reasons. And you want them to walk your direction so you can feel a company. But you don't know where you're going. So how do you want to pull somebody with you to head with you somewhere and you don't know where you're going? You're just walking. And he was telling you like, man, I fear being alone. That's why I just don't know if I'm gonna find something better. I don't know if I'm gonna find love. I don't know if love made for me. I don't know if God did this and that. I was like, well, you're worrying about the future, but what you have now is what you're not using. You're not using what you have now as a gift. You're worried about the future of what it's gonna give you later. But I told him like this. They called yesterday the past. They called tomorrow the future. Why do you think they call today a present? Because a gift. Open up your gift and get what you have for today and worry about tomorrow when it comes there. Because you worry about if something will or will not come later. You question that 1,000 times per day is not going to ever give you the answer. But you could be working on yourself right now. So when that woman that you're always talking about, when she does come in the future, you're actually ready for her. Because instead of wasting your time worrying about, oh, is she going to come? Is she going to come? Well, let's say she do. But now you're not prepared for her. You cannot withstand or sustain this now because you've been so focused on what is to come that you weren't dealing with what you have now to do. Like, you're not going to be ready for it. And he always like, yeah, you're right. I need to work on myself now so I can be ready for when that time comes. But then I catch him right back worrying about the future. But bro, what if, I'm like, look, the what if game could be played all day, all year, every day. You can always have a what if. I can have a what if about every single thing you can say. When are you going to talk about the actuality, though? The what if game is going to last forever. So let's do something that is actually going to bear some fruits. Let's talk about reality, what it really is right now. Not what it can be, not what it possibly would be. No, because possibilities mean anything. That can lead anywhere. The what if game can go anywhere. What if tomorrow you actually do leave her, you find out? What if you leave her and then you never knew? What if there's always going to be a what if? So why not use your actuality? The reality is you're messing up all your relationships because you're not working on leader or what you want to receive from them and if they're going to actually give it to you. Yeah, because anytime if they give you what you actually don't want to know this time, then what do you give them? And you're like, well, I want to do this. Yeah, but now you don't have those skills, you don't have that experience to give anything that's worth anything to them, possibly to where they need it. You're not going to be able to fit their needs. You're only looking out for what they need to meet your needs. But you're not going to be able to get buy the Airbnbs, buy them food. But you can't even give her time to turn off the location when he wants to. He hang out with the bros and leave her at the house for hours, come back at 4 o'clock in the morning, all kinds of stuff. And he think he do it his way because he like, yeah, she chased me, bro. I ain't never had a woman chase me before. I'm like, bro, what you're doing is you're accepting the gifts that she brings to the table and you're benefiting from her without having to submit yourself. Like my wife had to deal with that too. Like God told me I gotta either marry you or let you go. I can't keep receiving the benefits of a husband without submitting to you as a wife and giving you the same back. And that's the same thing for him. You can't keep looking out for people to give you something and always get what you want out of people without giving back what they deserve. And that's what he think. He think it's supposed to be like this easy mode life where you're supposed to be cutesy and stuff. She's supposed to be all for him, his ride or die, like all this. I'm like, bro, I don't know where everybody get this whole idea. They want a ride or die female that's there for them, and no matter what, she by his side. What is she by your side for? Where are you leading her? You want a woman to be submissive to a man that's not a leader, so then you're going to lead her astray. And then when you show after so many times your incompatibility over being a leader over this woman, only a follower is going to not be a follower anymore, and they're going to become rebellious against you because you're not able to lead them anywhere.
It's something that many people have to figure out. And as far as how long it's going to take them to see to continue to, they just have to keep on moving and not worried about being alone. That's the big thing. I compare it to like TV shows. You know, like if I told a friend of mine, like, yo, let's watch this TV show together. Me and his friend is watching this TV show together. And then next thing you know, this is like 20 episodes that we have to like, well, I'll say a new episode comes out every week. So me and the friend watch the TV show together. Like, yo, that was really good. Yo, we gotta watch the next episode. Can't wait till the next one come out. And then the next one comes out, and I tell my friend, hey, you ready to watch this next episode? Let's get it. And then that's when my friend's like, well, I'm about to do this real quick. I'll watch it probably next week. And then the next episode, I'm like, okay, bet, I'm gonna just wait for you. And then the next episode come out with the same thing, and he continue to make excuses over and over and over again. Guess what I had to do? Watch it alone. You know, and the thing is, for me watching it alone, next thing you know, I will like come up to a room like this, and then I'm like, yo, man, I just seen this. There was a show I really enjoyed watching, and it was like really good. And you're probably like, yo, what's that show? I'm like, it was so and so. You're like, oh, for real? You like that show? I'm like, man, you're like, man, I messed with that show, but for real. Now I have someone to talk about the show with, for real, because I kept on walking. Because you're gonna meet people along the way that are one with you, for real, the ones that decided to keep on walking. So it's the whole thing about it, like that taking that lonely road and being by yourself, and you're having appreciation. Because like I said, you're gonna meet your family along the way. Like, and those are the ones that you'll have the most beautiful conversation with, instead of like those type of people where the one that didn't watch the show, you go back to him, and now you having a conversation with him, but he's not at the speed of where you're at. So it's like the conversation you're speaking with him about, like, it's baby language, like baby stuff, because he's not caught up to you. So it's just like, dang, man, it's like, yo, you can catch up if you wanted to. I can tell you about it, but really they don't have to do the work, you know, to really appreciate the show like you was able to appreciate it as well. So it's to the point where if he just has that mentality to know that it's more people in this world that are waiting. They're waiting for him. Like it's not something that he's doing alone. There's someone on the other side of the world that is doing the same thing, that will meet up with each other. We'll all meet up with each other as well. So it just and patience is just is that patience, is that trust. Is that trust that they have to have within themselves to know that no matter what, if you're doing the right thing and you die doing, I'm like, if you die doing the right thing, you are a winner. Like, I tell people, I said, would you rather die knowing who you are, or would you rather die? I mean, would you rather die knowing who you are? Would you rather die knowing who you are, or would you rather live to be someone else? Because if you're living to be someone else, you're waiting for that person. Like you're waiting for people outside of you. But when you die to know who you are, like die know who you are not letting no false reality stop you from living the truth. And knowing that you walked all the way to the end with the truth, without letting nothing in this world sway you from living in that truth, that's the power right there. To die knowing who you are. To know that no one was able to say, you sure you want to do this? You sure you're not scared? To know that you overcame everything to the end, to the point where somebody wanted to kill you. And that's the end of the Bible. you know, to know that no matter what, somebody who will try to tempt you from walking in the truth, you kept on walking. It's like, I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. And all these people like, no, you don't gotta do this, dude. I'm never let this happen to you. It's like, no, let it happen. It's gonna happen either way because I'm living the truth. I'm living my truth. And no one is gonna be able to stop me and say, hey, you gotta be this person. You gotta be this person. That's what they do. Bible. There's like, no, isn't this Joseph's son? You're just this. You're just that. You're not that. You're a demon. It's like they try to limit this person. So when someone tries to limit your mind, that's when they got you. Like that limitation is what causes everyone to have authority over people. Like that when someone decides to want to like, I feel sorry for those people that grow up like that want to be basketball players because trust me, they're gonna have parents that be like, nah, you can't be like Steph Curry, nah, don't even try, like you can never be like that. It's like instead of saying, nah, you better keep walking, you better keep doing it, you better keep doing your thing. Because these people will limit you in this world. If you allow these people to limit you and you accept the limitation, now they win. They win. They're like, oh, nah, I'm not supposed to. You try to be a singer and a rapper? Nah, you can't do that. That's only for this person. Only people like Drake can do that. He can sing a rap, but nah, leave that to him. I'm like, wow, the limitation in this world is so real and it's so sad. And it's just so important to know that it's people like they're out here that are here to limit you. That's him. Like they try to limit you to their position. They try to condition you to what they've been taught. And they feel like the way they've been taught is correct. So like, hey, I just tell people, live the way that you think is right. You'll see at the end. It's like, let's see how happy you are at the end living that lifestyle. That's all you can let them do is just be able to live the so-called truth that they've been identified to and say, okay. Like I was just in the Hebrew Israelite room and I just told him, I said, hey, follow like where the fringe is, follow the Sabbath day, all of that to the end. I'm not stopping you from doing anything. Don't eat pork, don't eat shrimp, don't do none of that. All the way into the end. That's all. That's the only thing I continue to tell you is to fear God. That's all. That's all. Put the fear on God, don't fear the world. I give you that. If you want to make sure for everything else, you follow those things the way that you're going to follow it, do your thing. I'm not here to stop you on anything. That's the only thing that's the only thing it is with me. It's just like I allow people to live the thing that they feel like is right, but I'm going to live what's within me, and I'm going to show people like what's within me and why I'm so happy all the time, why I feel so good, even though I do get angry when it comes down to those rooms, but my anger just turns to ambition because I just don't give up. Like, I'm telling you, if someone blocks me in a room and tries to challenge me, I'm going to be in that room all night. That's my problem. I admit it. Like, let someone question me when I'm in a room. I'm in that room all night until everything is figured out. And that's why I'm just like, okay, until someone calls me out, someone like, yo, Malik, hey, you gotta get out of here, bro, get you out of here. I'm like, okay, gotcha. Like, I was about to go in all day until one of the girls that's on this app, you know, sister of mine. Like, you know, you met Shelly before, right, Kareem?
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, that's definitely a sister right there, and so it's like she calls me a lot, like to get out of those rooms and everything, because she knows like I would really be in those rooms all day. Like that's my mentality. It's just like because I just want everything just to get quiet for real. Because they be like they will say I'm a room killer, and I don't care because it's like why be on the argue? Why don't you just want to be quiet? Like if Kareem, what's a color that you appreciate?
You said what's a color I appreciate?
Yeah.
Black.
So if it's a room of people that are arguing about your favorite color, they're like, oh, I think it's green, I think it's orange, and they're all arguing in one room. Like, What do you just like want to like go in that room and say it's black, and they have to be quiet. They just have to be quiet at that point. But I guess they'll go out there like, okay, like, but then what do you think? Being a favorite color is they're gonna argue shit. They look for things to argue about in this world. It's like they don't want to be quiet. There's kids, and the thing is, I know that a lot of them are scared to sit down in quietness because they have to think. They have to think about what they're not doing. So they like it loud so they don't have time to process their thoughts. It's so they can make this excuse because when it's quiet, now they get like, I gotta do something. I'm thinking, what is this I'm using? You're using your mind. That's what you're using right there. So it's so funny, but it's so sad that people don't want to think. They want everyone to think for them. So I gotta accept it for real. Like I gotta accept that people don't want to use the free tool that belongs to us, but it is what it is.
Anyway, so the whole point is, when they talk about liquidity being like one of the number one factors, I never, because you know how when we hear about it, they talk about interest